the risk of they not healing, it's higher than smaller tears. Okay? Let's fix some shoulders. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, and you?
Good. Brief story with him. He had an injury doing bench press.
Last January, but I tried to self-medicate it, heal it, and about 2 weeks ago it happened again, but it got worse this time.
He presented with a bruising right here. Biceps did hurt. So I was suspecting either a pec tear, although the symptoms of pec were not that significant. I was really concerned about a proximal biceps tendon tear. The biceps attaches in the top part of the shoulder. This MRI shows neither. It wasn't a pec tear, it wasn't a biceps tear. What it is a full-blown rotator cuff tear. You can raise your arm up. When you force yourself, you're able to, but that's how a shoulder presents when there's a rotator cuff tear. So rotator cuff works from here to here. Once you get here, all the work is on the deltoid. So you seem to be struggling up to here, and once you get here, it kind of gets a little bit easier. Rotator cuff, it's composed of 4 tendon muscles. You have the supra and infraspinatus tendons torn, which are the principal elevators of the shoulder. Because it's fully torn, it's not gonna heal on its own. And not only that, as time goes by, the tendon continues to retract or pull away from its attachment. Right now, you have a little bit of atrophy, but it's nothing significant. It's not significant, so I think there's a very good chance of it being repaired.
Good to hear.
So in order to preserve the joint as it is right now, rotator cuff repair is indicated. It's arthroscopic surgery, which is a minimal invasive approach, small incisions around the shoulder. I put a camera in the joint, I clean all the debris, and then I reattach the rotator cuff back to the bone. I remove part of the biceps and relocate it somewhere else. You still have the same strength, same shape of the biceps, it's just not gonna be in the way of all the scar tissue that I will build. Full recovery, what I mean is release to full activity. 4 months or so. You need to wear a shoulder brace for the first month to protect the repair. Everything gets better once we get you off the brace, so you feel more free. It takes a year for it to reach its maximum improvement. At the year mark, how it feels, that's the end result. Worst case scenario, let's say 5 months, 6 months go by and the shoulder is still not coming around. One is a shoulder replacement surgery. You're too young for that. Plus your activity level, you're not gonna be able to work out with bench press with that. Another option is to replace the rotator cuff with something we call the balloon implant. Check this out. You see the gap here is very large. So there is no way that we can bring this all the way back here for the second time and fix it. So the balloon is a small incision we do on the shoulder. Then we insert that, and then while the balloon is in play, we inflate it with saline. That's what it makes it unfold. And the goal is, because you have the tendons on the front and back still in good shape, those will help compensate for the lack of your torn tendon. It dissolves within a year, but your body creates like a membrane around it to try to keep that space. Patients with good motion before the balloon, they tend to do well with this procedure. You are gonna need a shoulder replacement when you get older. We just don't wanna do it when you're 51. We prefer 65 or somewhere around your 60s, when you're no longer like doing heavy bench pressing. And if it heals, then you should get back to normal.
Okay, I'll follow whatever I gotta do.
You're not gonna be able to do repetitive overhead lifting until after desk work and very light sedentary job. You can do it a week after.
Thank you very much.
Have a good one.